Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I have been really excited for this video in particular because I have a lot of things on my nesting to-do list that we're going to tackle today, and I'm ready to get them done. I'm 34 weeks today and just ready to get some things checked off the to-do list. I feel like ever since deciding to have a home birth, there's been more added to my to-do list, obviously, because you have to be a little bit more prepared. Plus, I feel like having a home birth has been my excuse to do some of the home projects and decor things that I have had on my kind of to-do list for a long time. And so, yeah, we're gonna hang up some stuff today on the walls. When my husband gets home, we're gonna do some rearranging of some furniture, and then we have all of the actual baby prep stuff to do, like getting everything washed, getting her clothes organized, getting some of my son's clothes pulled out that are gender neutral clothes that we'll be able to use, get their room organized because they're going to be sharing a room. She won't be sleeping in it, obviously, for a long time. She'll be in our room, but that's where all her clothes and all her things will be, so we're going to do some rearranging in there. And yeah, we're just going to have a fun time getting some things done. A lot of them, like I said, are fun decor things, but they've been on my list, and I need to get some of the stuff on my list cleared up so that I can just add more to my list. Let's be real. Anyway, I have today off of work. It's Friday, so I'm gonna hope to tackle a lot of these things today when I'm home with Weston, and then also tomorrow, Saturday, when my husband's home. He'll help me with a lot of these things too. So it might be a multiple day vlog, who knows. I'm just gonna try to fit all the fun getting ready stuff into one video. So hopefully you enjoy this kind of stuff. If you do, make sure you subscribe and also follow us on Instagram. I'm hoping to share some more content over there as well. But yeah, let's get into it. First things first, coffee. There's a card from Mima. Cute dresses. Is it so cute?
Oh, cute.
So cute.
Sister.
It's for sister, yeah, you're right. Sister's pants. Okay, so this is upstairs where we're starting. In this corner of my bedroom, I have the birth pool that my doula just dropped off, and the pump and everything for that. I have these storage bins that Weston and I took a trip to IKEA to get a few weeks ago. These are for baby clothes. If you saw, I think my second trimester vlog, I was in this closet organizing all of Weston's clothes into the big yellow bins that we have, and I put them in like Ziploc bags. If you saw that video, basically I'm rethinking my strategy a little bit and realizing that having everything in bags is not the most practical for like grabbing clothes when I need new sizes and putting clothes away when we're out of a certain size. So I came up with a new system that we're gonna use these bins for, so we're gonna kind of work on that. I'll kind of explain as I go. And then in these boxes I have my home birth kit, as well as a bunch of things that I ordered online for the home birth and for postpartum. So we're gonna get this stuff out of here, organize it, and then put it where it needs to go. Okay, so in this bin we have 0 to 24 month basically boy clothes. So specifically boy clothes. So we won't be touching these.
Mama.
Hi, buddy. we won't be touching these until we have
Mama,
another boy in the future.
Mama.
Weston, this is going to be our gender neutral bin, 0 to 24 months. I pulled out the newborn and 0 to 3 stuff to put out for baby girl, but then the rest of this will just sit there until we need bigger sizes. This first smaller bin has sleep sacks and gender neutral pajamas. These are like our holiday pajamas. And then this bin has shoes. So that's where we're starting so far. That bin will be for girl clothes that are bigger than 6 months. And then we'll go in as we need.
Mama.
And pull out more. Hi, buddy. And then these two bins are everything that I'm going to start putting in their room that she'll be wearing pretty much from the get-go. So newborn stuff, 0 to 3. There's some over 6 month stuff in here that I'll move to that, either that bin if it's girl stuff, or this bin if it's gender neutral. This bin is like old postpartum stuff that I have to go through, and then all my new postpartum stuff. So we'll have to do that after we get the kids' clothes kind of organized in their room. And then we'll definitely be getting the label maker up here too to label everything. Okay, so I have a few organization items for up here. For the closet, I bought these rings with hooks so that I can put matching sets together in the closet. I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. And then I also bought these drawer organizers, and these will be for the dresser that you guys are currently sitting on. There's 5 drawers in this dresser. I'm gonna split them in half. The top drawer is gonna be sleep sacks and jammies. Then the second drawer will be pants and shirts. And then same thing for the bottom for Weston. I'm putting Weston's on the bottom strategically because as he gets closer to 2, I want him to be able to pick out his outfits and have some autonomy there. And so I want him to be able to reach, and I'll make little labels like for shirts and pants and things so he can start to grasp the idea of going and picking out his own outfit for the day. Okay, so I'll show you guys what we got going on in here. We got all of baby girl's clothes in. It starts at 0 to 3 and goes up to just 6 month outfits. This is what those rings are for, just to put all the cute little matching sets together. So I did that for both baby girl's clothes, and then I kept Weston's clothes in here obviously, so I put all of his matching sets together versus having all the shorts in the drawer. It just makes it a lot easier for us to grab outfits. In the closet we have all of our bins, clothing storage. These are all of our extra sheets, pack and play and crib sheets. And then over here we have top drawer, we have burp cloths, bibs, and then socks, Weston and baby girls. We have baby girls sleep sacks, pajamas. This is newborn and this is 0 to 3. And then extra clothes for baby girl. And then Weston jammies and his sleep sacks go here, but we're just washing them right now. And then Weston's shirts and shorts and pants. So that's all of our clothes organization. New sound machine, yeah. Outside. I brought up the new sound machine / air purifier. I have Weston's little truck and then the light up here. Then we gotta switch this chair next.
Okay.
What are you doing? Okay, so next on the list is trying to figure out our toy situation. If you're If you're a mom listening to this and you have mastered the toy rotation, toy philosophy, please let me know, because I have struggled. I originally wanted to be that mom that just has like all the wooden toys and the Montessori style shelf and a lot of books, you know, that, and it just hasn't evolved that way. I also tried switching out these bins that I have in the living room with bins that I have upstairs, and so doing like a rotation between like their room and downstairs so that we can cycle through toys and not have too many out at one time. I've tried putting things in the basement and then cycling through that way, but I've realized that if toys are upstairs or downstairs, I'm just not going to go out of my way to cycle them, because it's a lot of work to go and get something from down in the basement while I have Weston out, or get something out of the bedroom. Yeah, it just hasn't worked out the way that I envisioned. So what I'm thinking at this point is to get all of our toys consolidated. We finally got a bookshelf in the living room so I can put all the books in a bookshelf versus in these bins, and keep these bins for toys. I'm gonna sort the bins so that they have one type of toy in them. And then I'm gonna use our guest room for my toy rotation area. We have a dresser, a felt dresser in there that's not being used, and nobody really uses it when they come and visit. And so I'm gonna use that to organize our toys, and then that way it's just a few steps away for me to rotate a bin. So that's what we're gonna try to do next as part of our nesting endeavor. I have a box of like baby toys, so like contrast cards, things like rattles, things like that I'll keep in there if we need to pull out for a baby girl. She probably won't be interested in toys for quite a while, but this is mostly so I don't lose my mind having literally every toy that we own out in the living room. So we're gonna try to tackle that next. Okay, I'm going to show you what we came up with. Use this dresser for sorting. So we have Legos, musical instruments, scarves, puzzles, more puzzles, and in this drawer we have our drawing stuff for this stage of his life. And then out here in these bins we have balls, Magna-Tiles, and vehicles. I'm gonna keep our diapers in here as well. And then in the ottoman, we're gonna keep our like bigger miscellaneous toys. So, like we have his vacuum, his computer, his tractor, things like that. My thought with having the drawers in the guest room organized is that we'll be able to just either pull out one drawer that we want to play with and bring it out here, or if we decide that we're done with Magna-Tiles for a bit, then we can just switch out Magna-Tiles and Legos, or switch out Magna-Tiles and puzzles, something like that, so that we don't have too much out here in his what we call yes space, but we still have things accessible if we want to switch it up and play with some different toys. So that's what we came up with. I feel pretty good about it. And now I won't have to be traipsing up and down the stairs to get new toys. And I know exactly what I have. It's all organized, and we have all of our books in one place too. We used to have books everywhere, and it's nice just to have all of our books on the bookshelf. And then in the guest room closet, I have a few things staged in here as well. This is where we keep our like board games and more puzzles and some of the bigger items we have. These two bins are full of toys that can replace the miscellaneous ones in the ottoman if we need a different set of toys. These are like baby toys, like contrast cards and that sort of thing. And then down here I just brought out the stroller bassinet, my boppy pillow, and have those staged in here as well for baby. Okay, it is a few days later, and I'm doing a few more nesting things up in our room. I just got all of our birth supplies ready. That'll be in a separate video, but in our room I have some extra storage bins in our closet that I'm going to put my carriers and some postpartum items in for now. So we have I don't know how we ended up with 3 carriers, but somehow we have 3 carriers. There's like the one my husband likes, the one that we got originally, and the one that I got as a treat for myself. Well, my sister bought as a treat for me for this baby. This time around, I opted for the beautiful maybe carrier that, you know, I'm sure you've seen. Very excited to wear this. And then I have a postpartum recovery support garment that I never wore first time around. Kind of doubt I'll wear this time, but insurance gave it to me, so I have that in case I want it. I have a few like nursing shirts. These I realized are impractical because you just learn to nurse in whatever you're wearing. I have a belly band, which I have another one downstairs that I've actually been wearing with my belly, which is the point. And then yeah, I'll throw my carrier, new carrier in this bin. So these will be easily accessible in our closet. And then I have our bassinet in the bedroom now. And we got a new sound machine for my son's room, so we have the portable one for our room. My nursing pillow. I'm gonna throw sheets on the bassinet. And then this is just gonna go in the corner of our room for now. Feels kind of premature to be getting all this stuff ready, but like, I'm 36 weeks today. So, I want to charge these 2 little lights. This one I think I'll have in the bathroom for if I want to labor in there at all. And it's the middle of the night. This one I'll leave by the nursing chair. And then I need to get this organized. This is going to be her diapers, wipes, a blanket, because we mostly changed Weston on the bed last time. So I just want to be able to use this basket to be able to grab and put everything out on the bed. Alright, so in this basket we have some newborn diapers that I got hand-me-down from a friend. Another pack of newborn diapers. I really don't think we're going to be in newborn diapers that long. These things are tiny. But we'll see. I have size 1 right in his room over there if we need them. And we have wipes, dry wipes if we want to use those. And a blanket for changing. And some books. Yeah, we do have some books too for Weston. Gotta put Babu's in the basket.
Clip it.
Can I open this drawer? Gotta get Weston's Babu's. These are Weston's and these are sisters. Weston's Babu's.
Open.
Look at how little.
Open.
Look at sister's little Babu's. And little Babu's. I don't think she's gonna need these for very long. So tiny. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna need very many newborn diapers. That's pretty crazy. Alright, so in this cupboard on top of the fridge, I put all of our milk freezer bags, my new pump, which I don't really plan to use my pumps until at least a month postpartum. I don't know. If you want to learn all about my breastfeeding strategy, you can listen to the podcast. We did a breastfeeding 101, but I really don't touch those until later down the line. I just let my body do what baby needs. And then in here we have like all of our sterilized bottles and everything like that. So I'm feeling pretty set up. I might use the pitcher when I get the Hocket out, but again, I don't plan on using that for a little while. So hopefully this stuff stays put for a bit if everything goes to plan. If I need it, it's here though and easily accessible. Everything's all clean. Okay, so the last thing really on my nesting to-do list is to frame an ultrasound picture of baby girl. I have a framed ultrasound picture of my son up in their room, and so I wanted to put one in a cute girly frame of baby girl up there as well. And then I also have a frame and I want to hand write in cursive the verse that her name is from. I want to write out that verse and frame it and put it in their room too. So I'm gonna do those 2 projects tonight. And then tomorrow I'll have my husband hang up the verse sign on the wall. That's really it for this video, which is kind of crazy. I am slowly feeling ready. I don't know that you ever feel fully ready to have a baby, but we're getting there, and all these things, of course, have helped me do that, but really I know that my body was designed to give birth and that God will be with me through it all. So I am not afraid, and I'm really excited to meet baby girl. It's kind of crazy that we're gonna have a daughter, but I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching. The next video I'll be talking about my birth plan, and then tomorrow I'll have my husband hang up the verse sign on the wall and some of the intricacies of that. So I'd love if you'd stick around for that video by subscribing to our channel. With that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.